said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Berry. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Baker. Throws for the tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
He's showing you his skills on...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Wide open downfield. And he's still running after the move. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a crease, it's King. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Taylor wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throwing right. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Knocked off his feet.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he had just enough to will that one home. That brings him to within one.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Rides to back and leaves it. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Thompson. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Gives it on the option.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll leave it with him. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's caught. It's Kane. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of them.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw it.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 15. Just making a huge play, and he's set. All the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fighting off the defender. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Utah.
Touchdown, Tigers! Stealing a score on special teams. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking left. A strike downfield to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Takes the handoff. It's Watson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Graves. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
That's caught. It's Graves. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Taylor wants to throw. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And the try is no good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. The inside handoff. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Here's the pressure. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Baker. Just missed his man, gave him just a... little too much.
defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. Touchdown, LSU! A great catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. A new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. It's a reverse. Picks up the first down, still moving. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning.
You gotta love it. The offense dials up a little misdirection. Go in one direction, then they give the ball back the other way. This is a great way to get the ball to your speedsters, to your playmakers. They hand it to him on the reverse, and most importantly, he moves the sticks and gets another fresh set of downs.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking to the big tight end. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
Lost to throw again. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Auburn lines up quickly. Taylor wants to throw. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Taking it the other way. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Try to get it to the edge. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Out of the shotgun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Field goal is good. That brings him to within one.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got it behind the line. It's Henderson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Auburn going to work with another first down. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Give to the single back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's the handoff. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off bounds with that play call.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Lets it fly deep downfield. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Well, the QB was trying to throw it to his running back behind the line of scrimmage. He never saw the defender. That was as easy a pick 6 as that guy is ever going to score.
They'll line up to go for 2. Quarterback keeps it. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7.
How about that for a momentum swing? Your defense gets the pick 6, offense comes right back on the field, and they get the 2-point conversion.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Kane. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Give to the running back. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Under fire. Got his man to the left. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air. It's Baker. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll go with a direct snap. He breaks a tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Gets the back moving. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. LSU quick to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I think at this point of the game now in the 2nd half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Gives it on the option. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up fourth down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And it's no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give to Davis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third in eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious